Once you understand your audience, because you either work with them, you know them, you've done some research on this potential client, you've been in front of this group before. So once you've figured out your audience and you've focused on how they like to receive the information, the second thing you have to do is organize your material around your message. What are they going to walk out of the door after they sat through your presentation and maybe 5 or 10 others, and we interview them in the hallway, and we say, what was the point of that presentation? We want them to repeat your message, whatever it was. So it's the plot, it's the outline, it's the takeaway. It's the one thing you want them to remember. Sure, there's a lot of supporting material, but there's really only one message. You could put it on a billboard. You could put it on a t-shirt. You could put it in a newspaper headline. What's the point of this presentation? Here it is. The purpose of this presentation is to convince you that this project should be funded at full levels because it's going to impact the users in XYZ way. Right? The purpose of this presentation is to explain to you why we're behind schedule and how we're going to fix that. Right? The purpose of this presentation is to explain to you the 5 ways you can be more effective as a presenter. So it's really that takeaway. And when I say organize your material, it's really that pulling together all the things you could say, everything you know, and it's hard. The more you know about a subject, the harder it is to present briefly and focused and succinctly, because you know a lot. Well, I could talk about this aspect, but what if this, and I know about that. And you have to be ruthless, really ruthless, in the way you organize your material, because you have to cut out stuff that doesn't fit your message. Maybe really interesting, you'd like to share it, but if it doesn't support your message, you've got to edit it out. So your whole organizing principle as you're putting together your outline is what's the message and how can I connect every word out of my mouth to the message. Now the audience is free to ask questions that are off message. That's fine. And you can answer them. You can bring in binders and binders of supporting data and an appendix, and you can hand out stuff. But in terms of what you're actually saying, that should be organized and focused and succinct.